because they had a different clientele.
I guess this was the bedroom. And there was a bathroom somewhere.
Well, I know Diane McKeeson-Miller remembered the bathroom being over on this side of the porch, but I don't know if that was the same for when you were here.
Seemed like it was somewhere right in here.
So it was still a bathroom then? Okay, because when she came, that's what her memories were, and they were after you, the family after you.
Got some new shirts. They want to go to Key West, and they said, well, let's go by this. And Alligator Reef Lighthouse, and then here. She's got all that, and we got it documented, so I'm sure she'll share lots.
Okay. What years was it?
Okay, when my dad was here?
That you lived here?
Okay, he came in 1932 and left in 1941, November 41.
Okay.
So, and I was born here January 28th of 34.
In the lighthouse?
In the lighthouse, in that middle room.
Was that your bed? The one you said was your bedroom?
It was one of the bedrooms. I guess it was my mom and dad's.
Okay.
Because there was more than one bedroom. And then we left, my dad went in the Merchant Marines during the war. He left the last of 41, and he went in the Merchant Marines, and then he was on ocean-going ships as third mate till he retired in 1968. He lived to 97 and a half and passed away in, let's see, 2000, in November 2000.
And what was his name?
Osmond, O-S-M-U-N-D, McKinney. He got in the lighthouse service when he was in the Navy. He met somebody from Panama City and invited him to come there, and he was a fisherman, and Dad went fishing with him one time. He said, that's not for me, but while he was there, he saw the light of, I guess it was St. Joe Lighthouse or Cape San Blas Light, and he says, I think I'll see about getting in the lighthouse service. And so he sent off and got, had the papers where he took the test, and they sent him what he made, and then he was accepted in the lighthouse service and have the letters telling him to go to Tampa and catch the ship and go to Key West. And then he served at Alligator Reef and Dry Tortugas. And then my mother, he married my mother in 1930, and she went with him to Dry Tortugas. And when she was pregnant with my sister, there was no place to for someone with an infant to live on an island so far out in the Keys. So he tried to get a transfer, and he got the Gasparilla Island light station. Came here in 1932 and served till 1941, November 41. Then he went in the Merchant Marines, and later on ocean-going ships until he retired in 68. Went back to Panama City, lived there till he passed away. 7 years old. So his first few years, I was too young to remember too much, but I do have some childhood memories from living here. It was quite different. There was lots more land, and the grounds were looked lots better. A lot of palm trees and fences, and we just enjoyed living here. And my brother was born in Panama City because there was no doctor here at Boca Grande. The only reason I was born here, there was during the winter months, they bring, one of the hotels had a doctor, and he delivered me here in the lighthouse. So I to my mom's hometown to be delivered. So
this is wonderful because it's the first piece of lighthouse clothing we have in the museum. So I'll let her hold it up, though. Isn't that wonderful?
And they wore these every day
Well,
to...
he probably work clothes. He'd probably just wear work clothes when he was working because he had to keep up the station and the range light. Plus, he had to keep up the buoys out in the harbor, pass or somewhere. And so he probably, you know, just wore work clothes when he was really working hard, and then probably on weekends, and if he was expecting visitors at the lighthouse to.
And what is the star? Do you know what that means?
Yes, we have some papers. What was it, efficiency star?
Yes. Yes, he received several
He's got several.
accommodation awards while he was here.
I see.
What it looked like when we was here in the 30s. This is a picture made of the family, probably in probably about 37, 38. This is a picture of my father holding me. I was born January 28th of 1934 here in the lighthouse, and he was holding me there. And this is the McKinney children up on, going around, I don't know what you call up top there, but this is my sister and I playing on the beach. That was our yard. This is a picture of my brother's, Calvin's, first birthday. and this is a picture of the McKinney children on the walk in front of the lighthouse going out to the dock. This is my grandfather McKinney from Kentucky, showing a picture that he called on the dock while visiting here. And this is my mother and my sister and I at the range light, probably made in about 35. And this is my father with his daughters, probably in the mid-30s. Not sure about the years. This is a picture of my parents and my brother, probably made in the late 30s. And this is a picture of the McKinneys. She knew I was showing pictures of her in a bathing suit. And this is a picture, evidently, when they first moved here, my sister was born in 31, so they came here in, I believe, 32, and so that's those. And this is the last time my father got to visit the lighthouse in 1992. And of course, this is a family picture that was probably made in 36 or 37. My brother was born in 36, and he looks probably about less than a year old. Well, mostly playing on the beach, picking up shells, looking at the different crabs, trying to keep them from biting you. I remember having a lot of friends visit the lighthouse. It was always a cool place. There's
Who were some of your friends?
Always a good breeze down here when it was real hot. And people would come down and visit us.
Do any of your friends from childhood that live on the island?
A girl I remember a lot was that came and stayed somewhere. It was a girl named Vera Cruz. She was more my sister's age, and they were real good friends. I know we had other good friends, the Opitz family, the Crumptons. I believe both of them were caretakers at some of the estates and went to our church. We just had a lot of parties, church socials, maybe up under here because it was a good place to have a social. And just a wonderful place to grow up for the first 7 years of my life. And